Bye. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new seminar on self-leadership. I am so happy to find you today. This has been a while since I showed up on a seminar, so it's very exciting for me. We're live streaming on different platforms, so as you coming in, please let me know where you're coming from. I'm not sure I can see everyone, but we are on YouTube. We are also on LinkedIn. It has been a while since we haven't been on LinkedIn, so I'm very, very excited to find you. We're also on Instagram, and I see already all my friends showing up already. Hello, hello, hello. It's in English today, and I'm excited to see you. Today, we are starting a 3-day seminar around self-leadership. It's going to be a beautiful seminar, and what I want you to do, and I want you to elevate these 3 days together, is to master what it is, what it means, self-leadership. Master your own self-leadership of yourself. Like, what does it mean? Where is it going to take you? I want you to use this to amplify your resilience so that you feel stronger, you feel more empowered, and you feel like more in charge of you and ready to take on whatever comes your way, because life is not easy. Hi, Bushra, it's good to see you, and nice to have you. We have Morocco in the house. We have different places. We have France also. Hello, Munya. Hello, I see all these beautiful phrases. Fatima, welcome. And let me know where you're connecting from, because I can't see the names. I'm doing it through StreamYard, but I can feel all those beautiful presence, and it's just good to have you. And the third part is to rise to your higher potential. So if you focus with me these 3 days, what I would like it to be and to do with it is really to help you understand that no matter where you want to go, no matter what you want to do with your life, no matter what you want to create in your life, you can do it. And it's not about just the circumstances that have to be your way, good, the same way you want them to be, but you create your own, you create your circumstances, and you use your inner power to lead yourself. And this is what self-leadership is about. This is what I want to learn, what we want to discuss together. This is what I want to take you step by step to understand these 3 days. So today, we are going to focus on the belief, strengthen the belief. Then tomorrow, it's a whole process. Tomorrow, we're going to focus on taking actions, on what's the best strategy. What does it even mean to have a strategy in your own life, whether it is in your personal life or whether it is in your professional life. And the third day will be about leading. How can you lead with purpose? How can you lead with impact? How can you lead by knowing that, it matters. It matters. What you do matters. What you do matters because you are creating a legacy, because you are leaving a footprint, because you are doing something and it's going to stay on. It's sustainable. It's sustainable because of the service you provide. It's sustainable because of the care you give to whatever you do. And it's sustainable because this is a job that you really love and care about. So if this is good for you, give me some ones. I see more movement on Instagram, so it's good to see you. But give me some ones and let's get moving. And so I have a whole program dedicated for today, and I'm just very, very pleased to be back to doing this live on the different platform. One, thank you for being with us. It's exciting, and I'm very happy to see you. I don't know if you have all received your workbook. If you haven't received your workbook, let us know. Just write down workbook. We'll make sure that we send it to you. You can also DM us so that you can register and you get the free workbook. So you should be receiving something like this, because this, I want it to be like a notebook and for you to come back to. Maybe you've been in seminars with me, but this one is a different one. This one is deeper, is more profound. This one is a seminar where I want you to feel like you are further down in your own understanding of yourself, because leadership doesn't happen if you do not master your inner game. And mastering your inner, hello, Dr. Sama, it's good to have you with us. And mastering your inner game is about self leadership. And this is what I want to be talking about today, is really how can you go on and master who you are and what the inner, and how to understand what's your inner game. Okay, so I can see ones. All right, so let me introduce myself for those who don't know me and who are with me the first time. I have Coach Fuzia with us. Good, hello, welcome. So my name is Dr. Hind, and I have been in the self-development world for 4 years now. In fact, the BAL method was created 4 years ago, and the first program ever we started it in July 2021, and so it has been really 3.5 years of amazing years teaching the method, which is the Believe, Act, Lead method that helps you elevate your leadership, helps you feel more in tune with your life, and helps you find peace in whatever you do. But most importantly, is help you fall in love with your life again. And I think that's where this whole method and in this whole approach and all of my work is about, is how can you love your life again, how can you do your work and be happy with what you do, and how can you wake up every morning and be motivated on your own and just excited with what you do. That's where I come in, and this is why this method has have many success stories today. And I'm just so excited to say it, is that we've reached more than 500 women that were benefited from this program in our paid programs. So we do have in our private programs where just women come in as a private, but what we opened up this past 2 years is doing it for institutions and for corporations. And it's just incredible, the impact of the understanding of self-leadership, the understanding of leading yourself so that you can be better, be more productive, and be happier in your life can change the whole environment of your work. It makes you more productive. It makes the institution more in tune with what the employees wants, and also it makes them all aligned with one vision. And so this is incredible. And this year, and this is why I'm launching this seminar, is because we have taken this method one step further, which means like we have deepened it even more, and it has been a 3 phase, right? So it's like the belief, which is believing in yourself, believing in the possibilities, believing that you can do whatever you want with your life. And the second phase, which is taking actions, because taking actions is the best thing we can do. We know how to work hard. We know to be productive. I attract amazing women and men in our programs that are so overachievers, that understand really what they want. You give them anything, and they'll do it. It's just that they are overachievers. They are smart, genius, intelligence, and they are capable of finishing a project, taking anything, no matter how much time it will take them, no matter how much work it needs. They're just on top of that. So taking actions, we know. But what's new here is that you want to be taking actions with a different attitude, with a different state of mind. And this is where the walk of success comes in. It's not about working differently. It's not about working harder. It's not even about doing new things. It's doing what you do. It's about doing what you are so good at. It's about what you've been doing, and it's about doing it with a different mindset. If you have your notebook, take a pencil and write it down, because that's the key of the success, is not doing things differently. It's not doing more things. It's not changing, your work and adding more stuff and sleeping less. That's not it. That's not what makes you successful. What makes you successful is doing what you do with a different mindset, with a different attitude, with a different scheme of energetics inside of you. And this is why this method brings something new, because it helps you combine your masculine paradigm, this very masculine energy of doing things and working hard, adding it to the feminine energetics. And this applies to both men and women. As women, we have both feminine and masculine energy in our way of being. We are who we are as a feminine energy, but whatever we do in taking actions, in working hard, in persevering, in doing things, that's masculine energy. Same thing for men. Doing is masculine energy. It's acting, doing, persevering, like working hard, continuing. That's all masculine energy. And the feminine energy comes in as surrendering, as believing that things will work out no matter what, as strengthening your faith, as being a gentleman in your way of being. So in both genders, we have these two energies. And the secret to success and the secret to everything that we do, to self-leadership, to leadership, to the inner game of all of this, is to be able to find the right balance between these two type of energies. And that's where this self-development come in. This is why the BAL method is so effective. It's because it not only, come and celebrate and insist on the taking actions that you know so well, but it brings you that understanding of who you are. What are you feeling? How can you just be you? Who are you? Going into through a voyage inside you so that you can understand what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel thrilled, what makes you feel stimulated and motivated, finding that inspiration, finding that musing for your own life and for your own thirst of doing more things. And so balancing these two phases helps you become the leader. And that's what the third phase is. So leadership, leading, is the combination of both of those. So you can't lead if you don't understand you, who you are. If you cannot even lead your own self, how can you be a leader in your field? How can you be a leader in your community? How can you be a leader in your family? How can you be a leader in your team? How can you be a leader in your institution? You can't. You need to first master the inner game. And this is why more and more institutions today are inviting us and the BAL method inside their way of doing so that we can bring some of this feeling good vibes, some of this alignment vibes, this feminine energy that is presented in a way that feels like what I'm doing is strengthening my man's mindset. What I'm doing is understanding what I want to be and what I want to do. So if this resonates with me, you give me some twos. I want to see who's present. And now that Instagram survey, so Anissa, Layla, I can see you all. Khadija, so good to have you with us. This is in English. We will be having a French seminar starting on Thursday. It's not going to be the same time, but we will be together on Thursday doing the same thing in French. I love being able to communicate with all this beautiful community in both languages. We even add Arabic in our teaching as well. And it's just amazing that these digital platforms allow us to reach out to so many of you and to be able to impact and to be able to share some of this understanding, because trust me, we have deepened this and studying all of this by communicating, by connecting with you, because more we create these connections, more we understand how to better tailor it for you to understand it more, and for you to help you, for you to use it as a guide to elevate your own life, to improve your own life, and to create whatever you want in your life. Okay, so what I want to come back now is to and just like go and understand what self-leadership, what does it stand for? Why do we talk about self-leadership? Leadership, we know what it is. You lead. So you lead in your field, you lead in your expertise, you lead as an authority, you lead in whatever you do. But self-leadership is an art, really. It's hello, Fatih. It's good to have you. Good afternoon, Dean. It's a beautiful art, because it's an art. Why? Because there is science in it, but there is also a lot of energetics and spirituality. And what does it mean? I mean, it's this is the extra that we add to the paradigm of working hard and respecting the processes and the quality and everything that a manager does, which is really making sure that the quality is respected to every step on the way in any institution, in any project, in anything that you do. But the leadership is adding that heartfelt love for the work you do. It's this excellence that comes from true self and true dedication, because you're really giving it your all to improve, to provide the best service and to provide the best product. And that comes from strengthening your true self. So self leadership starts with you, starts with a voyage inside you. Start by understanding what is it that gets you triggered. What are the some of the scars or some of the issues that still need healing inside you? We get hurt, but whatever things we go through in our lives. And I know everybody, and usually I attract a lot of that in my life, is that we've all gone through things that has been difficult, things that has been hurtful, either moments where it wasn't clear where we were going, something we were successful at and then suddenly it's gone, a loss of a person, a loss of money, a loss of opportunity, a change in the circumstances that were there to help you, support that was there and suddenly it's not there anymore. So all of that makes you feel that something is missing. You lost some of the strength that you used to draw from circumstances that don't seem to be there anymore. And so when this fails you and it's not there, what do you do? This is what you draw with the power from within. This is why self-leadership is the first step for you to get yourself out of whatever situation you are so that you can elevate to the next one. And to elevate to the next one, uh, it's the many tools that we share. So during these 3 days, what I want to do is to share with you some of the codes. Not all of them, because we have 12 codes, and there is a beautiful new book that is coming up in November. So I'm very excited about it. It's the 12 codes of self-leadership, where I articulate in details what are the codes that I promise you, if you follow them, you will not recognize you anymore. You change your life completely. And this coding helps you go through this 3 phases of the BAL method, but with a tool that you can apply and you can use into your life yourself. So, which means it's almost a recipe that you can follow. And today, I want together to unlock that first phase and a couple of codes from that first phase. Okay, so so if you are, I see, with me, let's move on and let's understand. So, come back to the self leadership. So, the self leadership, as we said it together, it's finding the strength to be your true self. It's not hiding anymore. It's not trying to copy what feels right and what seems right around you. It's like standing as yourself for what you believe in, for who you are, and for whatever you stand for, and whatever heritage and background and experience and past you carry with you. Nothing to hide. Just be truly who you are, embracing exactly the real you. Not only that you're you, but being proud for all the qualities and the uniqueness that makes you who you are. Because believe me, every one of you, yes, you have something so unique, so incredibly special that no one has. And no one can understand it the same way you understand how amazing you are. But we shrink, we downplay ourselves. We put ourselves in a way so that we feel humble. And what it does, it swallows you and it squeezes you. And then you'll wonder why you're not reaching what you want to reach. You wonder why the results are not as good as you want them to be. You wonder why you haven't really reached what you wanted in your life. Well, look at yourself first. And this is why today I want to take it as a contemplation about who you are. And also to have it as a reclamation of the power within and that uniqueness that you carry in you. No matter what you've gone through, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you've gone through, because what you've gone through, it makes you the extraordinary person you are today. If you haven't gone through what you have gone through, you will never be the amazing you today. And even sometimes it feels like I'm not sure I'm that amazing. Well, take a moment and love yourself, because that's what self development is. Self development is falling in love with your life again. I'm going to say it again. Self development is falling in love with yourself again. And so, falling in love with yourself again, it's not something you do in a seminar. No, it's not something you do because you're motivated and inspired. It's not something you do because somebody told you to do so. It's something you work on. It's something you work on day after day, week after week, month after month. It takes time to be able to shift your personality, to shift your identity, to start connecting with your true self and lead with your true self. Because if circumstances are not there, which means if the power that comes from all the circumstances is not there anymore, you got to find the power from within. And the power from within doesn't come from looking what outside are doing so that I get inspired. The power from within comes from you connecting with the amazing you and you finding love inside you. And the moment you understand that, it's the moment where you start growing that love towards yourself. Because when you start loving yourself, you start caring about yourself, you start respecting yourself, you start leading yourself. And this is where you unlock your self leadership. See, so it all comes back to how do you see you and how much care and how much value do you give to yourself. And so today, what I wanted to feel is that by being here, by taking the moment to be with us live or on replay, by taking the moment to say, okay, this is a seminar I might be interested in. Let me just think and sit through it. That means you care for yourself. That means you care to change and to elevate yourself. That means you care enough, you love yourself enough to improve it. So use that point. Use that point and let it grow. Use that point and let it amplify. Use that point and let it lead you to what can you do to give your best potential a chance? What can you do to use all your empathy towards you and project it towards what's happening in the world? What can you do to lead yourself to a better version of you? And this is where the story starts. The story starts is when you are absolutely confident, when you start believing that you can believe in you. Hey, Salma, so good to see you. Sending you lots of love as well. So, and if you look back, if you don't have your workbook, let me know so that I can send it to you. But I want you to go to the workbook and start to write some of the things, because this is very, very important. It's very important to know that, if you want to change, elevate, change your results. I mean, and when I say results, I mean everything. I mean your health. I mean your physical look. I mean your body. I mean your money. I mean your relationship. I mean your love relation connections. I mean your friendship. I mean the house you're in. I mean the materials you have, just everything. That's what I say results. So if you want to change anything in your results, it has to start from within you. It has to start from you inside. How do you handle you, and how do you look at yourself? And how much confidence do you have in your own belief of your ability to change your life? See, write it down. You need the confidence to believe that you can change your own life. Actually, some of these things are on your workbook, so I want them really to write it down and pencil it down and just highlight it. It's the confidence is how much confidence do you have in yourself and in believing that you can change your own life. That what would make you elevate your life. It's how much understanding, how much belief you think is it possible. How much of that do you feel? Do you think that it's possible you can change your life? Because if you don't, you will never do it. You will always find excuses. You will always say, well, because the other one was there, I'm not in the right place. I'm not at the right time. Maybe it's too late. Maybe I should have changed earlier. Maybe I need to study more. Maybe I need to get some more information about this and this and that. Maybe I need to be the one who wrote the book. Maybe. So we find so many excuses to sabotage our way to change our results. And this is what we tend to do. And when we do that, it means like, even if I know that if there are circumstances are not there, if that it's up to me to create the right inner power so that I can move forward, I sabotage myself because I feel like something is missing. I feel like I need maybe to add some more things in here. I feel like I need to go study more. And this is how I stop it. So you need to grow and you need to boost your confidence in your own belief, believing that you can change your life. And to boost that confidence, you need to repeat that every day. Every day, I can do it. I'm changing it. What helped me when I was going through difficult moments in my life, in my own entrepreneurship journey. I've been working for more than 25 years now, actually. And the last 10 years, I have been an entrepreneur. So before, I was both in the public sector, in the private sector. I had different leadership positions, working with great leaders from around the world. I started at the World Bank in Washington, D.C., where I was working with vice president, the president, in structuring the big projects, traveling the world, setting up strategies. It was just amazing. And after a few years of doing that, of working on strategies, I became an entrepreneur. And I became an entrepreneur in 2014. So it's like 10 years ago. And it was tough. It was good in the beginning. Well, in the beginning, no. In the first years, it was hard because I needed to understand what it means to be an entrepreneur and what it means to sell your own service and to sign contracts, to do the contracts. And then it was just, and then the momentum kept on happening. So it was good. So I loved it. And then I was faced with a big challenge in my corporate life, a huge challenge. I think, I mean, to me, it was the worst nightmare I could possibly attract in my life or live. And I think it's the worst nightmare any entrepreneur would never want to be in. And so that's 5 years ago. And my only way to be able to recreate myself was to grow a confidence to believe that I can, because I didn't believe I could do it. I just couldn't. It was just impossible for me. It's like, done deal. That's it. It's over. But how can it be over when I am a mother of four and my children were so young? It just couldn't be over. I couldn't let it be over. It's not even something I could entertain. I mean, I could entertain in my own inside and narrative inside me. But then when I look at my kids, I'm like, I can't do this to them. It's just not possible. I had this inner mother, wild drive of protecting my children. And protecting my children meant strengthening me. Protecting my children meant recreating me. And this is what I decided to. So I did make that decision. Tomorrow we'll be talking more about making decisions. But I like this comment: corporate life is tough, and not every talent personality can grow there. It's a huge mechanism for use and function only. It's true, actually. And fuse in function. It is true. Corporate life. This is a beautiful. It's a very good comment. Thank you very much. Corporate life can be very, very tough, but corporate life, as even even if you work in an institution and you are part of it, but you can also strengthen yourself enough to be able to navigate through it with more ease. And this is where we come in with the self-leadership, because some of the understanding that today I teach, I didn't have them at that time. And I know that if I had someone like me who would take my hand and guide me, I don't think it would have been that horrifying and that's scary, and to live that nightmare. And I don't know if everyone needs to go through this and go really down in her or his life, his professional life, to wake up, to have that wake up call or to have that understanding. But what I know for sure is that don't you're not alone. You're absolutely not alone. Whatever you go through in your life, whatever you go through in your profession, in your family, in your personal life, just know you're not alone, and don't let yourself be swamped by it so that you just disappear in a rabbit hole. And I think that's understanding. I am have been privileged to be able to awaken from that side because I seeked help. I seeked help from, psychological help, and also I seeked help through coaches and mentorship. And the very reason why I do master classes like that are free to everyone, because you can watch me anywhere, and I do that deliberately because if only your presence, just you, and I'm speaking to you, you're here and listening to this, to me, it's the whole world. Because I needed me to be able to talk to me. And I found amazing coaches and amazing mentors. And one of my first coaches was Bob Proctor. And I just listened over and over to his seminars. Then I went into his programs. And it helped me. It helped me go through this voyage inside me to understand me. Because what happens when we go through difficulties in our lives is that we don't even remember who we are. We just don't. We don't remember anything good about us. We get so overwhelmed with everything that is so not working well that all we know is that there is nothing valuable in us. There is nothing that matters. There is nothing that you can be proud of anymore. And what happens is that it lowers your vibration. It lowers your vibration so down that, the results get even worse. You attract even worse things, and you find yourself into an infinite vortex of negativity that keeps you down. And you're like, how can I get out of it? And you wait for someone to come and rescue you, and no one comes. No one. But these tools guide you, help you, but you are the one to do them. You are the one to understand them. You are the one to discipline yourself so that you actually take the decision and grow your confidence so that you start believing truly that you can change your results. You see, why is this important? Why is this seminar important? Because all I want is like, there is evidence that it's possible. There is evidence that it's possible to have a different life or a better life. And usually it's always better because it's a life that you start with more lessons. It's a life that you start with more wisdom. It's a life that you start with a healed scar. It's not staying in something that is hurtful and and keeps you down forever. And so this is why it is very important to be able to take a moment and think about you. Who are you? What is it that when you disconnect from all of what you've gone through, what can you understand? And so let's go to our workbook again. And this is why emotional intelligence is the first step. Because emotional intelligence helps you understand your emotions. Because when something is so overwhelming and something is really hard, something that you go through that is really, really difficult, it's because the emotions gets too much. They're too big. They're too unbearable. They're just too painful. And so when the emotions are too high, the intelligence is gone. You can't think intelligently anymore. You start not even understanding anything. You don't even understand yourself. You don't understand people. You start hating everyone. You're full of rage because of the anger and the sadness and the bitterness of everything that you've gone through. And how can you get out of it? You need to make sense of your emotions, because all of that is due to emotions. And we always tend to think that we are not capable of understanding and bearing all the emotions. But in reality, you are. You are strong to be able to let the emotions go, to be able to honor them and feel them and know it hurts and know it's painful, but it's okay. You're going to be okay. And by letting them just pass, you understand that you're going to be okay. And this is why the work that we do is just so powerful. I feel so vulnerable at times when I see the changes that thank you. I love you too. When I see the impact that we do on people's life, it makes me cry to see that. I was in a session with one institution this summer, And we were doing teaching around 140 women, which is like wow. And I was very impressed by this whole thing actually. And I remember, we were starting to go into the understanding of what self leadership is. Just like the understanding of who you are, and what are the some of the hurts that you carry from the past. Some of the bitterness and rage, just to make sense of all of that. And the comments I receive about women saying that they were so not capable of making sense of the emotions. One of them couldn't even go to the doctor to check why she needed to go there, because she didn't have the strength. She wasn't sure she could handle herself, and this brought gave her the strength to do that. And up to today, I receive comments about how they changed their life, how this understanding and the mastering of emotions, and making sense of their emotions, and honoring their emotions as they come, changes their life, because then they started to see things differently. Because when we are overwhelmed by, like the hurt, what happened is that we are shy. Not only we're shy, we're so embarrassed. We're like, we cannot even look at people anymore. We're like, it's just embarrassing. It's like, how can I go through something that is so hurtful, that is so awful, that is so painful, and still face people? But people don't even know. It's just you when you are overwhelmed with your emotions. So you start putting constraints around you, and you start boxing yourself inside a box that is invisible. And then you wonder, why can't you get out of all these constraints? But this is a box that you've put in yourself in. No one have created that but you, your mind. And what they haven't taught us at school? They taught us everything, but they didn't tell us that, what? You are the one in charge of your mind. It's not your mind in charge of you. You are the one in charge of what's happening inside your mental. It's not your mind that comes and decide and order you to do what you do. And this no one told us. This is why I'm teaching what I'm teaching. This is the science of understanding that you can use your thinking until you get the results you want in your life. And the first phase of all of that is mastering emotional intelligence. Okay, so if you're with me, give me some threes. I want to see some movements. Hey, Rajat, welcome. Amina, Siham, hello. Hello, hello, ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, this is open to both, because this new deepening of the BAL method is for everyone. These codes applies to both men and women. And I'm really happy. And I want, and whoever is interested more, even it's men, stay with us, because we have a beautiful new program. It's open to everyone. And I will be talking about it tomorrow a little bit, but day 3 in all details on Wednesday. So emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, feel, use, and manage your own emotions. Hello, Selma. So good to have you. Your own in positive ways, so that you can relieve stress. This is why you want to master emotional intelligence. It helps you release stress. It helps you communicate effectively, because you can fake everything. I love you too, Siham. You're beautiful. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you, Sylvia. You produce everything I'm going through and feeling now. Sylvia, I'm so happy you're part of us. This is the reason why I do this master classes, because of you, Sylvia, because of everyone else who didn't speak it, voice it, but they know. And because when I've gone through what I've gone through in my life, I needed to hear this. And I promised myself, the moment I get out of it, the moment I find my way out into falling in love with my life and loving what I do, I'm going to take every woman with me. So come along, Sylvia, we are elevating, we are rising. No matter what you are going through, dust it off, power up, and look at it as an opportunity. Everything, every lessons that comes to our life, they come because we needed wisdom, because the amazing you needed something else to elevate to another level. And every lesson doesn't come like that. The stamp, it's the hurt. So it's painful, it's hurtful. and we know it. But you're stronger. You're much stronger than you think you are, I promise you. And the more you understand, more you power up, more you discipline yourself, more you take the decision, more you grow your confidence in believing that life is better tomorrow, and that happiness, joy, success, wealth, love, everything you want are there for you. The only thing you need is to be able to elevate your frequencies so that you can align with them. Because the moment you align with them, that's the moment you draw them into your life. And this is what we want. We want to become a magnet. You want to become magic on legs. You want to become the magic walking in any place. And you want to become so magnificent that you attract things to your life. Not only work towards your goals, but you make the goals come towards you. That's what the BAL method is about. Okay, so this is the perfect place for you, Sylvia, and for everyone else with me today. So let's go back to understanding what's emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, to feel, use, and manage your own emotions. So you see that feel is also part of the emotional intelligence. So our job is not like, no, this is too hard. Let me just get it out of my head. No, our job is to actually honor every emotion, feel it, let it pass. You need to let it go through. You can't just freeze it, stop it, because the moment you block it, what it happens, it just freezes and stays somewhere in subconscious mind. And the least you expect it, it gets triggered. And like suddenly you're overwhelmed with something that you wonder where it came from. Came from because you never got it processed. That's why you need to understand how to feel them. You can feel everything. It's okay. You're stronger than you think you are, I promise you. And you can cry your whole tears. They'll stop. They'll stop. It's going to be okay. And you're going to be okay. So you can take a moment to feel your emotions, but give it a time to move up to another phase. Life is not easy. It doesn't get easy, even if you get your objectives, because more you reach your goals, and usually the goals are big, so the challenges are as big. But on the way, if you were faced with difficulties, with setbacks, with issues, problems, too many stuff that you can even talk about, take them, embrace them, carry them, face them, understand them. Look at them as an opportunity, because when you are able to embrace them, you will be able to get more of the positive side. Frequencies, remember, if you remember your lessons from physics, frequencies don't stay just high up or stay high low. They go up and down, up and down. So you need to be able to embrace the down so that you can get the up. You can't just be up, up, up your whole life. No, it's not possible. This is like in cartoons, maybe, but not in real life. And the up comes after the down. This is the law of the rhythm. There is always night after the day. There is always light after the night. There is always cold after the heat. There are the two extremes. And that is what I'm going to talk about it. So let me just finish about the emotional intelligence, and then move into that part about the duality of life, because this is the key of unlocking what self-leadership can help you do. So if you can see, it's all in your workbook, so you can review it even later. But it's so important to understand that when you master your emotional intelligence, it gives you a possibility to have a positive outlook about your life and about you and about everything that comes your way, because it helps you then relieve your stress. It helps you communicate effectively, because you can't fake it. Your emotions will be grounded. You'll be calmer. You'll be in tune with who you are. You'll be in charge. You won't be like, it's like, no, because your voice cannot be faked. You can pretend being confidence when you go in meetings and wear your suit and like you're looking good. When you talk and you're scared, they feel it in your voice. When you talk and you're enraged, they feel it in your voice. When you talk and you're like shy or embarrassed or like, I want to hide, they see it. So work on your inner emotions and inner game. Your voice changes. A leader is when you come into the room, it's not what you say as a comment, it's not what you say as a question, it's not what you say as a sentence, it's how you use your voice to lead the room. I want you to use your voice, to be the incredible leader that inspires, that make everyone's like, what is this? That's what I wanted to be. And what is that? That's the emotions that precedes you. What's this? Like when someone's like, look at that, that's the energy that comes before you. But where is all this energy comes? It comes from your inner understanding of your game. It comes from mastering the emotions inside of you. It comes from being on top of what's happening inside. It's not comes from being like overly overwhelmed with everything that happens in your life and every single setbacks and people that hurt you, people that didn't do you right. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go and focus on being a better you. Let them go and understand your inner power and use it to help you, to serve you, to get you closer to your goals. It's a waste of your energy to spend your time crying over someone who did you wrong or something who didn't work the way you want them. Draw the lesson, draw the wisdom, use it and voice it because you want to become a bridge of hope to everyone. And everyone around you is looking up to you because you give them that bridge of hope. You can go from one place to another. Be that, carry it. That's leading. You lead with your voice, you lead with your energy, you lead with your emotions, you lead with your attitude, and you lead with your story, with whatever you've gone through. So look at anything that seems really hard today in your life and say, how can I tell it as a story when I'm able to overcome it, when I'm able to go through it, when I'm able to create something better after that? Then you use your voice to share it because your voice matter, because whatever you've gone through, it's not just for you. You know, whatever experience happens to us in our life, we often think that it's just against us. It's like the whole thing is a conspiracy, and you get yourself into bubbled up in this amplifying wave of everything is hard and tough. Then you lose yourself. And when you think about it, these are emotions that you let your brain create and your mind amplify, and it get you into that vortex. But let's get out of it. Let's create a different way of thinking. Let's find love and empathy where you don't even know you still have. Let's reconnect with how amazing you are, and that anything that happens is because you needed the wisdom so that you can become a better version of you. And whatever experience you've gone through, it's something that you will tell as a story because you are going to use that inner power of yours and create the incredible. This is what self-leadership is about. This is why I I am so keen to get the book out for everyone. And I will let everyone know because this is a pre launch of the book, because it helps you find the steps to go into that one by one. So what is this emotional intelligence is about? It's first self-management. Yeah, manages yourself better because it helps you control impulsive feelings. Don't become impulsive. It's not when somebody talks to you and like you shout out like, I don't know what happens. That's impulsive. You can't be. You need to stay elegant. You need to stay calm. You need to stay relaxed. You need to stay grounded. You need to stay in tune with the elegant you inside. You can't be out of control because you don't know how to control you when an emotion gets overwhelmed. Hajar, I know you're asking for translation, but there is a French seminar. Donc, il y a un séminaire en français qui commence le jeudi. Alors, Hajar, je t'invite à, si tu veux juste envoie-nous un message et tu vas recevoir les détails. Donc, this is all in English today, but we are going to have a French one. So, self management is for you to stop having impulsive feelings and impulsive behaviors because that's not part of a leader. Leader is someone that is grounded, leader, that is someone that is in charge. And in charge is in control of your emotions. You can just let your emotions go crazy. It's just not part of being a leader. No, no, no. So before even getting to be a leader in your team, a leader in your company, a leader in your corporations, in your field, in your business, in whatever, in your life, in your family, hey, let's go back. Understand, am I a leader in my own control and controlling my emotions or not? Not sure. Sometime I am, sometime I'm not. We need some work to be done for that. That's why compulsive, impulsive, not possible. Okay. You want to have grounded emotions. You want to be in charge of your emotions no matter what. Second one is self awareness. You want to recognize your own emotions. It's okay. I'm feeling not good. That's all right. I can recognize it. I'm feeling happy. I can recognize it. I can say it. I can share it because you want people to connect with you and to create the connections we do with your emotions. That's how we create connections. So you need to be aware of who you are and not shying away with any feelings. It's okay. We like it. We're all human. We're all human. We all want to be relatable and human. And so you don't want to be that perfect robot that is just like not feeling anything in a very focused masculine paradigm of working, 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 and numb because you don't want the emotions to be seen. No, we want human. We want to feel you, want to understand you. We want to connect through that. Leaders connect through emotion. But if you want to connect through emotions, you need to be aware of your own emotions. You need to be aware of your own happening inside of you. That's self leadership. So, self awareness is part of self leadership. You want to be aware of you, aware of what's happening inside you, aware of what are the moments where I feel great, what are the moments where I don't feel that good. Okay. Third one is social awareness. Emotional intelligence help you be aware about what's happening around you in the society. And when somebody is not responding to you properly, you're not dismissing him, but you respect him, you understand him. You become more aware of that. It's something that like you feel, and it's okay. That's understanding society, and you need the skills. You need the skills to manage team, to lead the team. You need the skills to get contracts, to invite client into your world, to sell your service, to sell your product. You need that skill because it has a psychology of the others, of the consumer, of the partner, of whoever you are working with. It is extremely important if you want to elevate, if you want a promotion, if you want to change jobs, if you want to create a network, if you want to build a community around you, if you want to sell more of your products, more of your services. That's a skill that is absolutely important to have, essential to be able to understand the other. And it helps you create empathy for others, empathy for the human behind each person. What are they feeling? Who are they? So you see, that's the social awareness. And finally, it's relationship management. It helps you develop and maintain good relationships. That's emotional intelligence. When you have a strong and high level in your emotional intelligence, you can communicate powerfully. And when you are able to communicate with powerfully, you are able to create powerful relationships. And powerful relationships are the winning relationship. You don't want to stay in what's fuzzy, what's like gray, not clear, not this color, not this, it's like between the two. No, we don't stay in that. When you lead yourself, you lead it clearly. It's yes and it's no. There is no between. And there is no between. It's in every facet of your life. It has to be clear because more you're clear, more you attract clear. You attract clients that tells you yes. You attract partners that tells you yes. You attract opportunities that are meant for you. Not like I'm here, not here, maybe, no, and then frustration. That's what you attract when you're not clear. So it has to be clear, and the only way you can be clear, you need to be clear with yourself. You need to understand, do I feel good? No. Do I feel bad? No. What do I feel? Do I want this? No. Do I want that? No. It's not like maybe. There is no maybe. It's a maybe yes, or there is a no. And this is extremely important to understand, is how can you be completely in tune with what you want. So the what I wanted to wrap it up with the one of the most important um, topic, like tools that made me may understand how to carry on is to understand the duality of life. And this is what we were talking about today, is like life is a dual. There are good things and there are bad things. There are positive experiences and there are very hurtful and difficult experiences we go through. And the secret of all of this is to be able to walk with this duality. It's to be able to give yourself the okay and the right to feel joy, to feel happiness, to feel good, while there are many other problems happening in your life. It's not about until I resolve all the problems, then I can feel good about me. You cannot hold on the feeling good about your life until all the problems get resolved. So if you're going through something hard, don't put your feeling happy on hold because it has nothing to do with that. Feeling happy is from inside you, it's within you. It's you decide to be happy. You decide to have a positive outlook about your life. You decide that going forward, I am going to attract only good things in my life. And if you want to attract good things in your life, you got to have good thoughts about everything happening in your life because it's energies. Whatever you project is whatever you receive. So if you receive and if you project positive things, you will be receiving positive things. If you project, oh, not good, not good, that's what you'll be receiving. And that's why when you understand that there is a duality that never goes away, never. It's not like everything's going to be 100% perfect. No, it's not. That's not life. Life is sometimes it's great, sometimes it's hard. Opportunities are amazing. There are also challenges that comes along the way, and you got to be able to sustain your life with this duality of being. And so the longevity in your business and your relationships comes with your ability to walk with the duality of life. Write it down. I'm going to repeat it. The longevity in business and relationships comes with your ability to walk with the duality of life, which means that joy on one side, joy for a better future, joy for you deserving a great life because you do, joy for remembering the uniqueness in you because you're just amazingly unique, joy for loving yourself and pouring so much love around you and attracting so much love in your life. That's amazing because that's up to you. It's not circumstances. This is all in the inner game. And the inner game is no one has the button of the inner game but you. So what do you choose? Being with me today, I want you to take the only one takeaway that I would love for you to take with you today is to be in a happy inner game. You decide to play in that field, and that field will bring you miracles in your life. And so the duality, as one side is the joy, is this happiness, is this feeling great, this feeling good. The other side is the sadness, the feeling bad because there are problems that are happening, the feeling bad because I have things that are not resolved yet, the feeling bad because it's just dragging forever and I don't know what to do. So you starve that and you feed the positive. You feed what makes you feel alive. You feed what gives you hope. Remember, it's all about creating those bridges of hope for yourself and for everyone around you. So this is what you want to spend your time and your energy building. It's this bridge for hope. Hope for yourself to reach your goal, hope for others to inspire them to do so hope because as you walk your walk, you ignite the same in someone else watching you. And this is the best thing you can give yourself. This is yes, of course, Munya, we can send you the workbook. I'm going to send it to you right after the session. There is also Nibu from the team watching, so she will be able to send it to you. Okay, and so walk because you believe that there is a better life awaiting you, because you remember that as a spiritual perfection that you carry in you, you are meant to have the amazing experience of your own life. And this is up to you and up to what side of it you want to stand on. So take this with you today. take it and do your homework. There is a homework to be done, and it's activity 1 of the workbook. You can see it here. That's activity 1. It's inside the workbook, and it's to take a moment this evening as you sit with yourself and to think about how can you move forward and how can you elevate your game. Because if you want to move forward and to elevate your game, you need to understand this duality of life. And so ask yourself, what are these places where you just choose not to think about them because it's too hurtful, or because you're not sure you can solve the problems, or because it's just don't have that strength for it? Either relationship, either taking action in your business, either growing, changing jobs, preparing yourself for a promotion, and any other aspect of your life. Journal what comes into your mind. See what are the things that are holding you down. See what are the things that are scaring you. What are things that makes you feel like, I cannot move? Because when you understand what is stopping you, then you put it in the side that is that, difficult side, the sad side, the bad part. But you separate them from the good, where you want to go. Because what we're going to do together is how can we take action so that we can move forward more with this positivity in my life? How can I lead myself so that I can reach the goals I want? I can touch the happiness, joy, the well-being, the everything I dream of. How can I do that? How can I focus more in this, this dual way of walking towards the success in my life, and feeding more the positive? uh, Beautiful seminar. Oh, thank you so much for being with us, Alison. I'm so happy. Sending you lots of love. If you don't have your workbook as well, we'll send it to you. But this is what is this about? It's really, how can you, I mean, just grab this email. Thank you very much, Munya. We got it. Alison also would love to send you the workbook, because there are some of a lot of negative. I shared a lot of beautiful things with you today, and I have something even more beautiful tomorrow, because we're building. Because what I want you after this 3 days to feel that yes, you can. Yes, you can lead yourself. Yes, you are absolutely capable of shifting your life completely. And it's not because of circumstances that are going to change, or you're going to beg anyone to change the circumstances for you at all. It's because you have the ability to create to use your inner power to create a better life for you. And it's because you strengthening your emotional intelligence. You are absolutely strengthening your true self and embrace your life and who you are as you are, because that's gonna make you become unstoppable, invincible, unshakable, and unbreakable. And this is what we want. This is who you want to be. This is the leader you are supposed to be. And this is how you're going to self lead yourself to become that leader. Thank you. Sending you all the love. Thank you so much for being with me today. I love you. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You are smart, intelligent, and you deserve it all. Know it. Take a moment to contemplate that, to love yourself, to feel that, okay, what is that place in my life where I just like hiding from it? Don't hide anymore. Please, you got the strength to do it all. It's okay, face it, and you will, and I will see you tomorrow at the same place, the same time. And I send you so much love. Thank you for being with me today. Bye-bye.